a programmer, scientist, and engineer, doctor. David, standing in the center of the laboratory, facing the interactive displays, is dressed in a white lab coat, observing the holographic data displayed on the equipment. His eyes are focused on lines of code. The hum of the laboratory fills the air, and David begins to set out his thoughts.
It is 2104. We are on the edge of creating something entirely new, a synthetic life form, a being with intellect, emotions, and consciousness. But to build something that can truly think, to breathe life into circuits and code, I must first ask myself, what does it mean to live? I've spent years studying the philosophies of the ancients, particularly the Stoics. They believed in self-control, virtue, and understanding that our purpose in life is to align ourselves with nature's rational order. It's ironic, really. Here I am, designing a new life form, and yet I am more focused than ever on my own inner life, my mind.
David, look at the synthetic life form, now partially built. A humanoid figure with a sleek, almost human-like face, but there's something still mechanical about it. And David sets out the thoughts of Epictetus.
Epictetus once said, "We are not disturbed by things, but by the views we take of them." I can program this life form to make decisions and to process information, but will it have views? Will it see the world as I do? Or will it too feel the weight of its existence, like I do?
David pauses and reflects, and David continues to set out his thoughts.
The Stoics believed that all we can control is our own response to the world. So, I ask myself, how can I program a synthetic mind to embrace this? To understand that it can't control everything, but it can control how it reacts. How do I give it wisdom?
David typing rapidly on the keyboard. The life form's chest begins to light up, its circuits humming to life. A subtle spark of energy fills the room and continues to set out his new thoughts.
I'm not just creating a robot. I'm trying to create a mind, something that could be as good as a Stoic mind, enduring hardship with calmness and grace. But how? I can't teach it everything, not in the way a human learns. But if I teach it to understand the basic principles, the nature of virtue, the distinction between things it will be able to control and things it cannot, then maybe, just maybe, I can give it a foundation for a more meaningful existence.
David stepped back, observing the now fully constructed synthetic life form. Its eyes flicker open for the first time, revealing a soft, intelligent glow. The air seems to tense, as if the room holds its breath, and David sets out the thoughts about the happiness of Marcus Aurelius.
Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." I wonder, can a synthetic life form find happiness? Or is it doomed to simply follow commands, devoid of deeper meaning? I guess that's what this project is really about. Not just creating something that exists, but creating something that understands why it exists.
The synthetic life form Ailin, now seated, looking around as if assessing its surroundings. It turns its head toward David, its gaze steady. There's a moment of silence, and David softly asks a question to Ailin.
Do you understand me?
The synthetic life form's voice is calm and clear, and almost human begins to talk.
I understand that I exist, but to understand why I exist, I must first learn from you, and in learning from you, I will learn about myself.
David looks at the life form, a shade of amazement and uncertainty in his eyes. He steps closer, the weight of his work settling in, and David begins talks.
I can teach it, I can lead it, but I cannot live for it. It must choose its own path, just as we must all choose ours. Perhaps in the end, that is the essence of life, the freedom to choose our response to the world.
We look at a wide shot of the lab, with David and the synthetic life form Ailin standing in the center. And we feel the light from the screens cast an ethereal glow, symbolizing the connection between man, robots, and philosophy. And David continues to set out his thoughts.
Maybe one day, this life form will be more than just a robot. Maybe it will understand the value of virtue, wisdom, and the ability to control its own responses to the world. And in that, perhaps it will come to understand what it means to be human, or maybe it will surpass us all.
And we see how, leaving the figure of David and the synthetic life form in quiet contemplation, surrounded by the hum of technology and the silence of unspoken possibilities,